Hello, and welcome to a bonus episode of Burning Hearts. I said I wouldn't do these every Saturday, but these Psalms are so good, I can't not talk about them. So today we're reading Psalm 16, and this is an important Psalm for two reasons. One is because Peter quotes this Psalm at length in Acts chapter 2. Remember on Sunday I talked about repent and be baptized? Well, this is part of what is quoted in that sermon that Peter gives that cuts people to the heart so that they repent and be baptized. He quotes from Psalm 16. He talks about how Jesus died, he was crucified, and he was killed, right? And he experienced death. God allowed him to go through the agony of death and to experience it, but he released him from the agony of death when he gave him new life. It was impossible for him to be held in his power. It's so powerful. And he draws from Psalm 16 to talk about that, how the Lord is always before us, right? He's at my right hand, I will not be shaken. Therefore my heart was glad, right? You have not abandoned my soul to Hades, to hell. Or let your Holy One experience corruption, to decay in the grave. You rose from the dead. You have made known to me the ways of life, right? You have made me full of gladness with your presence. And this is all the experience that Jesus had in death and life, in death and resurrection, that God didn't abandon him to the pit, to Hades, but he raised him to new life. He gave him new life. And so Peter really sees the death and resurrection of Jesus in Psalm 16. And it's awesome. But for us, I mean, it's amazing, because when you read Psalm 16, it is someone who is having a hell of a time. And I mean that intentionally. Life is difficult, life is hard, they feel like terrified, but they're in need of protection. That's the first word of the psalm. Protect me, oh God. They need refuge, right? Protect me, oh God, for in you I take refuge. Because this world, I have no refuge. I need protection. And so for any of us who are experiencing a hard time, who are experiencing danger, who are afraid, who are being threatened by things in life, who are in the pit, who are in the boat, right? And the storm is this is a psalm that calls out, that cries out for God's presence, for God's hand, for God's protection, for God's salvation. And it is the amazing thing about this is Peter basically says that Jesus experienced this. And so it's like when we're praying this psalm, or when we're reading this psalm and praying this psalm, Jesus has been there. Jesus has experienced it too. And so it's like Jesus prays with us, and Jesus prays for us, and that's what we'll read in Hebrews eventually. But this psalm gives words to the experience of needing God's protection, provision, salvation, healing, and it's just awesome. The fact that Jesus has been through it's too good for words. So yeah, I invite you to read this psalm and really think through, like, work your way through each line and experience God's God's provision, God's protection, God's care, God's love, God's presence, his life-giving presence. So yeah, I hope you have a great day of reading.